Let's get our eyes on Danya. Rebecca Harris, aka Naroditsky, big favorite of many chess fans. And we are underway. Let's make sure our sound is all good. I'll get my camera on in a moment here. Yeah, inventing invention is Arjun Urgazi. I'll brief you guys some of the names. Yeah, hopefully we get some random standouts. Maybe we'll get little T-Hone up to the he was top 5 last time, or top 10, not top 5. I don't think he finished as high as there, but hey, Resting Forest. Let me get the chat open. But we've got the chat live on the stream, on the screen. Okay, this is dead even too. Danya was up a pawn earlier, much more active pieces, I would say. Maybe not much more, but definitely probably better. Definitely probably. Hey, Ergasi's tilting after today's loss versus Aditya Chopra. Ooh, a little insight there. I was not aware. This is the... What's the event going on right now? Yeah, so he's out of a a real tournament and into the Lichess titled arena. Oh! As Danya getting paired against this guy who I'm not familiar with. Who the hell is this? Let's get another window open here. This is a no-name account. 2462 FIDE. That's all it says. Wow, this is absolutely devastating too. Danya's gonna get a 3rd win in a row. Whenever this guy feels like resigning, you could probably just take this bishop, right? No, G5. Okay. Yeah, you actually like the combination. The knight and the queen are really strong. Oh, that's with check. Wow. All these anonymous accounts, yeah. These guys don't want to I don't want to give anything up. Gotta love this opening with the early f4. Big 4 pawn center. And the great thing is it's a real opening too. It's not anything you know, it's not preferred, but it's definitely legit. Okay. Playing around 2 pawns. Bishop b5 looked pretty normal. Yeah, that bishop just gonna hang out. Ah, that was very nice. But this in betweener, now you at least have a draw. What's gonna come? Knight here. Getting a rook up and over? Yeah. Something like that. Threatening mate in 1, threatening something like this and this. Okay, can't trade the queens here. Wow. Oh man. Yeah, so where's the breakthrough? And this threat being defended by this rook, which is still attacked by the bishop. I mean, how sharp is this game going to be? My god. Oh, king takes. Yeah, the bishop. Bishop h6 check. Was not getting it done. Yeah, free queens. Mate incoming. Okay. Okay, Danya in first by 3 points. 9 minutes in. Playing a Jobava London, yeah. Our guy Ukrainian Bishops was talking about picking up some stuff from Naroditsky with this Jobava London setup. Very tricky opening. Yeah, computer doesn't love this. I was looking at some games the other day. Like in a lot of these lines, white will be, you know, not preferred, but very aggressive position. Of course, it's not engines playing. Great opening for humans. Okay, obviously you can't take this. Rook was undefended here. Now you've just got the major battery here. The Alekine's gun. Okay, king will come here. Your king is a little bit short on squares, especially with something like this, possibly. Yeah, okay. F7 looked reasonable, yeah. And how do you attack this? Bishop isn't coming here or here, right? This D5 pawn creating a huge attack, yeah, and the bishop is giving you this square, so second the rook is getting in. I mean, the play is just impeccable. Yeah, these games are highly clippable too. Like the checkmates are are there on almost every move, and I'll get all hyped up. So we'll make a million shorts. I'll probably post a longer video too. I've been yeah, meaning to make more match commentary videos, because that playlist is a little bit lacking on YouTube. I have way more was focusing more on like the shorts and stuff, and the shorter form content seems to kill it. So I'm trying to keep the video shorter, but this is definitely going to be a long one, so thanks guys for sticking with me. How long ago did this arena begin? About 10 minutes ago. So we have an hour and 49 minutes left. Realistically, I'll probably trim the YouTube stuff down. And maybe even only post like the last half an hour. I don't really know how it'll go. I'll save like this whole section for clips and stuff, and man, I've been really going at it for the channel, trying to get to, ooh, this is a fancy move. Trying to get to 1,000 YouTube subs. I'm just going all out. So you can't take the knight. Now the queen is hanging. Yeah. Very fancy with all the traffic on the diagonal. These types of moves are possible. And a normal player, you know, you or me, we're missing that 10 times out of 10. No lying here. Good players are missing that. Yeah, and then you're just resigning, because you're probably going to pick up this pawn first, right? And then this is falling. You can just give this away. Outside passer. Yeah, Joe's just right back to Jobava London. So we're going to learn something here today. Yeah, takes... D takes C, I think is nice, because in some of these lines I was looking at, black taking in the center was really good for black. And now you're playing around this setup. That was cool. This is very nice. Safe king. All active pieces. You know, you're basically all on the most important part of the board that matters. And then all your pieces, you know, what are you really doing over here? Knights are not super active. This knight's a moose. This knight will have to be eradicated here. Yeah, he's so good at picking up these loose pawns, too. He'll just go hunting. Like, hey, you're not going to give me anything in the position. I'm just going to completely roast you. Yeah, and then these knight checks were too potent. Yeah, I don't think you could have grabbed that pawn. This pawn is still too strong. Can you play this? Nope, just go for a check. Now you're going for this with check, right? No? Why give up the queen if you don't have to? Yeah, no, there's problems. Now, okay, okay. So the idea was taking here first. And then this is just tricks. From Matthias Blue Bomb here. Funny player. Funny guy, Matthias. Maybe him and Naroditsky have some little rivalry. You know, he doesn't resign there. What's going on? So we'll stick with Danya. Very safe. Very safe approach here. And then just, yeah, you know, pick up a pawn. So dead even material. Position's reasonable. This is a really scary queen. It's also kind of removed. Yeah, the second the knight gets in front of it, you're thinking about how do I get my queen home. I could probably play some defense. Okay, this is hanging. That might have been missed. You go back with the knight. Okay. You're looking for some sort of checkmating. Here are your squares for the knight. Knight supported by the pawn. Queen nearby. Is there going to be just a perpetual? No. Wow. Black king on f4. Okay. Tricky knight. Danya's got no time. Oh my god. How was Danya hanging on with that little time? That was bizarre. Yeah, Bortnyk is so fast. And Bortnyk is going to be the first one to spoil Danya. Let's go. Okay. So Danya at 28 is still in first. Got Bortnyk sneaking up. Got Zhigago sneaking up. Maybe we'll take a look at Bortnyk next as he flies up. Or Zhigago if he's going to catch some fire. Zhigago is such a streaky lad. In the last titled arena, the Blitz one, he did not berserk this guy back at the end. And he basically got a free game out of it. Yeah, and he had some big streak, and he made a huge run at the end. He didn't win. I won't spoil it. No spoilers. Okay, rook a1 looked good. But now this rook is like a little bit loose. There's like mild coverage. Very distant coverage somehow. I was thinking you'll get another rook over, but I guess there's no reason to rush it. You could always take if the bishop moves. Very safe camp. Okay, d5. Whoa. Very powerful queen. This rook being here, getting in the way of this square. Now the rook can move for free. Okay. You're very lucky this is defended. It's defended twice, so okay. Yeah, and this whole sequence, yeah, the rook would just take. Okay. That was the plan committed to when rook a8 wasn't played. Rook e8. My brain was like struggling to come up with the notation, but you always got to do the notation. It's very important. Whoa, you're threading a queen fork here. This bishop was pinned. King, queen, dark squares, knight, light square. This is the stuff you got to be looking for. Holy smokes. Wow. Oh, and the knight drops. Okay, okay. So Danya, he might get picked off by the kid. Oh! Oh, okay, okay. The queen was defended. Obviously, you couldn't have. The queen was not hanging. Danya getting cranked here. He's got to hold the pawn. No! He goes down to the Belarusian kid. So 2 drops for Danya. Let's take a look at this guy. Yeah, and Vladimirovich is Andreiken. Oh, man. Yeah, you got to be out early for these ones. There's no late starts on these arenas. Especially when Danya's averaging he's got 28 points in 20 minutes, so it's an awkward position. Yeah, you gotta remove this queen. Probably just play this. This comes with check though, then you could defend. And you're unpinning. The whole tension here is this rook being pinned. Yeah. So unpin, but then you put yourself on a dark square bishop here. Couple of major pieces. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you're getting bonked. Take a look at Andreiken here as he flies up to, he's an 8th. He's gonna draw Urgazi out of the pool. Yeah, David Parvayan is up there. Oh, Min Lee is in there. Okay, you are right. Min is in. Min Lee's 3122 on Lee Chess. Does that make him on chess.com? Give me the conversion. Is he like 3,400? I'm not so used to playing over there, so I'm not totally sure, but I know it goes to... I know it goes up a scary amount. Okay, queen h5 maybe? No, just queen g3, a little safer. Yeah, this all just looks good for black. Now this... Yeah, the very awkward defense with these two rooks. Like, you're gonna break through and probably win a pawn here, yeah. And out of nowhere, just white getting a major shift with the queens coming off. I'm like, this all looks good for black, and then the queens come off, and the next thing you know, white is just gonna get a pawn, maybe a second pawn, maybe come in with this crazy bishop e8. Yeah, and then you're winning something here. It fell from a pawn to just, yeah, you're dropping an exchange at least, and your king is probably going to be pinned to that knight. Bad things are going to happen. You just resign. Forget that game ever happened. Queens, taking the queens off versus a better player. My god, dude. The strategy of chess is really just to take off a bunch of pieces if you're better than someone, and then beat them. Okay, mate threats. I like that bishop h6. Otherwise, I don't think g6 was cutting it. There would have at least been a draw. Okay, so we got Danya here, and we're watching him from the other side. This is cool. It's a little bit meta. Watching Danya from both sides. Okay. Same color bishop ending. So you gotta fight for some dark squares here for your pawns. Yeah, especially with this bishop all the way at home. What do you defend this way? No, you just take, okay. Now your structure's a little bit fractured, but yeah, this pawn is gonna be doing a lot. Okay, yeah, and you're controlling these squares with two pawns and a bishop. So the king was going to be able to get to e5. So you have good king placement. You can't go too far though, yeah, because you gotta track this down, right? And then this bishop will... Oh, okay. I was thinking you could sack there, but you don't even need to. You can just get this and you're gonna win. Oh no, you have the bad bishop? Oh no. Yep, it's gonna be a draw because of the bad bishop. Yeah, he was just thinking, I'll go for the bishop and a pawn, but then it ended up not working out because of a wrong bishop. It's a pretty telling point, yeah. That even the top level players can mess it up with little time. Okay, getting a queen off. Minor piece off. Small imbalance. But realistically, with this bishop here, probably fine, right? So everything about equal. B3 looked good. Okay. This knight's gonna have a nice home. And maybe some breakthrough? No, not quite. And if takes, you probably take back. So the knight's not moving with some tempo, and yeah. Well, I guess this is the half open file, so I was thinking this file was open, but it's not. Yeah, here we go. Here's the open file my brain wanted. Okay, pawn sack. We get a lot of compensation here. No, okay, this bishop c3 is very scary. Yeah, you don't have the square. You're gonna have to take, because this knight's not gonna be able to hold the fort. Yeah. You just have to harass them with this rook. Very strong rook, very weak king. But is there enough material? Yeah, okay. This is a mate threat, but obviously the rook was hanging, or the knight was hanging, excuse me. There's gonna be checks. Well, Infinity Stones hold it out. He's gotta get moving. Nah, Andreiken's got this one. Yeah, the time. Oh no. He's still making moves. 0.3 seconds. He's just flying. Infinity Stones! How did he hold that out? Oh, I almost said off, but then I wanted to say out. FM James Arden in third. Whoever the hell that is. Okay, let's get to the tournament here. We'll get away from Andreiken after that shenanigans. If he's gonna get flagged like that, then my god, he's not gonna win this tournament. Danya playing an NM. Okay, Danya in first by 10. Here, let's get rid of the camera too so you guys can see everyone. Yeah, Danya's up 10. Ergazi right behind him. Couple of FMs, 3 FMs. Okay. MSB2 is Matthias Bluebaum. This is Andreiken, Jose Martinez from Peru, Sergei Zhigalgo, Min Lee. I mean, everyone's in here. Bortnyk is in 13th. Welcome to Flagistan, who I've apparently played before. Okay. Yeah, it's cool that I've gotten to go against these guys before, but no time for that, as 1 versus 2. Danya, Rebecca Harris, Naroditsky himself, taking on Ergazi. Let's enjoy it. Alright, you're up in exchange. Still abusing this pin here. Yeah, your queen is attacked. Rook is attacked. Sack time. Now there's a check. Can't quite pick this up because the queen is defending. Ah, and then the queen is forced off. But then the knight is undefended. I mean, this position is just immense. Very rich. Ooh, 2 passers. Oh, you go for the tricks and it works. Keep the checks coming. The rook is gonna fly. Yeah, but no hope. Even with all the shenanigans. Even with some of the shenanigans working. Yeah, that was not one of the cleaner games. I got all excited for some banger checkmate incoming. Oh wow, free pawn. Queen takes. There would be bishop g6 check, and the queen would hang. Those guys aren't missing this though. Whoa, two bishops attacked. Very nice way to defend. Oh wow, with some wacky pre-moves. And then this was hanging with check. Okay. Bad pre-move sequence. I think blue bomb is in a bit of a tilt. Yeah, Lichess admittedly like starts the malfunction when so many people are on it, and these titled arenas bring in so many people where like you see like no joke and their moderators in the chat like, yeah, this is gonna be fun. They're just like hoping that the entire site doesn't crash like the Agamator tournament. Okay, very fun pin here. A lot of traffic. Yeah, and eventually sacking here. Ooh, and this is forced off. Maybe you could have played this. Ah, but you're up material, yeah. It's gonna be very easy to attack this. Same situation we saw in another game with this pawn behind the knight. But yeah, you'll exchange. You can still pick this up. This pawn more important. Outside passer even more important. Okay, this just holds. I mean, what are the odds? Okay, yeah, king pawn endgame. Now you're winning. And Bortnyk's not gonna resign. Yeah, there's a resigner. Okay, yeah, Bortnyk's too classy for that. Yeah, great way to trade off material. Just simplification once again is the easiest way. Simplification is the recipe. When you're up material. And when you're playing a worse player. Swear to God, just take off the material. Danya gets the queens off against some of these guys, and then it's like a forced win. This is fun. I like this. Chops your bishop in, but bad bishop defends good pawns, right? If you want to be big glass half full about it. And eventually, I mean, it's defending this huge pawn. And this structure is going to be hard to disrupt as well. And eventually, it does have eyes on this huge diagonal. No draw here, right? You're going to push, or yeah, play something. Take a queen off even. No. No, you're going to get this stuff in. It's a great square for the knight. Oh, but you drop a pawn? In exchange, okay for a passer. Passer time. Coffee time. This coffee is helping. Oh, rook g2. Well, I guess rook g7 doesn't even work. This looked really good, but yeah, this knight was temporarily defending until we run into this insane mate where, yeah, your king is just very weak, gets kicked off the defense of the knight. The next thing you know, you got a juicer defending a rook, and then you have two rooks, and you're mating with them before their rooks are getting in. Your king was just slightly safer. The black rooks were just did not have enough activity. One pig on the 7th, one pig on the 8th, plus the Hikaru juicer. It was bad news. Oh, they play so well. Like, you think, why can't I play this well? Sometimes. I gotta really be locked in though to play like my my bullet clip is like 2200 or so, but like I don't know, maybe slightly higher than that on a good day. But I've beaten some of these guys. I have some good wins in there. I beat Opera before in non-berserk and in double berserk. Berserk him back. I can beat him if he berserks. The berserking thing is a wild function. And if people aren't familiar, the YouTube audience, once this is up over there, berserking is when you cut your time in half for the chance of another tournament point. And the way that the Lichess tournaments, which I'm very familiar with, are structured, you have to win games in a row. It's a huge dynamic. You got to win these games in a row. 3 games in a row will give you fire. It's like a beer pong tournament. 3 cups in a row, you get fire. Then you get balls back. You know, you just keep shooting. No, you get an extra tournament point when you get the fire, and then if you berserk, you get another tournament point there. So you can get 5 points maximum for a win. Ooh, this pawn does not hang because of a big juicy skewer. Big juicy tactics. Yeah, then this is an outside passer. Black is just gonna quit life at that point. Oh man. Alright, right back to like a modern setup here. Speaking of Hopper, this is exactly what he's tried and true here. But Danya plays like a King's Indian, right? That's more of his, Yeah, and the funny thing is, I'm not like, the only times I'm watching Danya is really during these events. Like, I'm not really watching a lot of chess.com. Okay, this hangs. This hangs. I don't know why I said that so softly. This hangs. Sometimes I tag ASMR. So you guys will be happy. All one of you. You play this? Not quite. Kick the queen first. Ah, but then you're giving them, yeah, queen b5. That's annoying. Yeah, and then this knight is fine. Probably have to trade, right? Yeah. What is this? Why are you trading? There's no way this is a drawn endgame. This is definitely a win for black, right? And I say right as in like I'm playing this as black and I'm like, oh crap, this is winning, right? Like I just went for this, and like we saw with Danya in the other game where he went for a bishop and a pawn, but he ended up with a bad bishop, and the enemy king got to the right corner. Oh, this is very easy for them. Brilliant. And it was history from there, stalemating. But in this scenario, yeah, he went to a completely winning endgame. Like, it's a knight, it's not a bishop, it's definitely winning. I mean, the difference between the piece and the endgame is kind of immense. The knight's going to be able to impact all the squares, so it's like logically I'm going for a knight. Some circumstances you want the bishop, though. Obviously, the bishop does have reason. Okay, there's no taking because then there's a fork, right? Rooks are hanging. So you gotta get out of dodge, trade off some pieces. This is a huge piece here. Knight b6. How good will it be in an endgame? Yeah, kind of doing nothing when all your opponent's pieces are right in your king's face. Try to get a queen off. Let's trade some queens now. The queen will probably go back. No, you want this. Okay. No dark square bishop for any shenanigans here, so white's just got to be okay with this. White is just okay with this. Will this knight ever get active too? Yeah. It's looking like a really juicy square. Ooh, you get to take through. Yeah, because you have the bishop. Okay. Very quickly to Danya up a bishop from like an equal position. And Danya's up 14. Andreiken is in second though. Okay, they won't get paired. CM Mr. HW. The homework. Mr. Homework over here. Mr. HW. He's in 36th. I have to scroll down to find this guy's name. No tournament or no name on this guy's profile. He's in the host Discord, though. That'll narrow it down. All 12,000 of those guys. Very impressive team here on League Chess. Okay, you weren't greedy about, like, trying to grab a pawn there. You'd rather just play your camp. Yeah, then it looked a little tricky, though, where, if, like, there was taking. If you were opening a file, if you were opening this file, queen was here, rook was here, it looked a little scary. It looked mildly concerning. Now you're going to scoop a pawn. Yeah, and white's camp, it's kind of annoying. Definitely don't have ideal piece placement. Bishop c5 looks good. Yeah, and you can't even pick up this pawn because of bishop hangs. My god. Okay, just chop. Pick up a pawn. So now you're up 2 pawns, and you have a passer. Let's see the hold. Danya's like, show me. Show me, CM guy. With 0.2 seconds left on the clock, yeah. He's playing well, but he's playing too slow. Too slowly for Danya. Take an assessment with 77 minutes left. Show you guys what is happening on the board. Danya with 74. In Vladimirovich, Andreiken right behind him. Okay, 10 points behind him, just finishing a game. With fire. Danya playing an IM. Who can we take a look at to change it up for a moment? Contra Jacko, Jose Martinez. This guy kills it. Min Lee does not seem to be having a day here. So maybe, yeah, look at Andreiken here, as he probably has the most interesting pairing. Try to keep that stuff in mind as well, as I'm looking at the tournament on the other monitor here. But yeah, you gotta imagine Danya wins this thing, right? Probably just the strongest overall player here. And that's saying something with Bortnyk. Bortnyk and Andreiken. Sometimes Artemiev will play. Chicago as well. All 4 of those, well, yeah, basically every single one of those guys are insane at blitz and bullet, you know, these fast time controls. Yeah, take, why not? Pawn taking away from the center, can deal with that. Okay, better for black, but you have half as much time. And how much better is it for black? Like, this position is not easy. Oh, well, now it's much better. Okay. Now it's much worse. Obviously, you're dropping. Oh, but you're ending up with the queen. And then if there was another second, you know, some exchange here where you're taking a queen off, this rook will sack itself for the pawn, and it'll be insufficient material to finish. Ooh. Yeah, out of nowhere, this just looks very dangerous for white. But now you've got an outside passer. So now you'll have to stick around, or king to the corner, yeah. King a7, yeah. King will pick up the pawn. Gotta manage your pieces here, yeah. You have a lot of activity, but yeah, there's gonna be some oddball structure. Check bails you out of it. And then you're winning at least a pawn? Ooh, that was scary with the rook on the dark square. Oh! That was just me! That was just me! Alright, there's checkmates incoming here. I feel it. Or just winning a piece. And you're up 14 seconds. He was flying, though. There's about 1,000 watching this. And there's about 100,000 people on Lee Chess. Yeah. Big day. Big, big day. Yeah. Lot of spectators. Let's see what Top Game has too. Top Bullet Game. Oh, it's just this. Okay. Yeah, 717 spectators on this game. Imagine almost 1,000 people watching you in an online game. Oh, I'd be shook, man. I'd be shook. I know these guys are used to the pressure, but yeah, h6, I didn't like that. Oh, this bishop is just absolutely a menace. Oh no. Equal material, you gotta love that. Queen looked like it was pinned for a second, but of course it was not. Oh. Oh, and you're just, Danya gets mated. He just gets mated. He had to go for something here. He had a pin on the bishop. And then, yeah, your own king was so exposed you had no time. Rather than playing super defensively and scrambling around. Yeah, he was respectably trying to go for mate. And then got mated himself. Oh, man. Some of these finishes, so clean. Okay, queen takes there would have been a queen exchange probably. Now black's queen is probably preferred, right? Very strong piece here. Oh, this is scary. But probably fine. Just pick up a pawn, yeah. Thinking maybe b6 first. Yeah. You had the heart of your structure, you know, maybe you could have maintained, but okay, rook is attacked. Wow, rook a2. If there's, yeah, checks, you'll go here. Always looks scary though, yeah, but you're defending the checks, okay. Now this, queen would go back, alright. Once again, you're defending all the checks, so no shenanigans. You'll probably just end up picking up one of these pawns back, or just both of them. And now it's about drawing. This FM, okay. 3,000 rated. All these 3,000 guys now. The ratings on Lee Chess, overall, they tried to deflate them. But some of these, now this is a draw. Some of these, like newer accounts they're all 3,000. It's crazy. You almost never used to see that on Lee Chess. Oh, this looks a little scary. Maybe, yeah, rook b8. I was thinking queen c8, but rook b8 was fine. Yeah, rook b8, awkward looking move too. I bet that's not a move you like to play. Like, you find that move and you're like, oh, I really don't want to, like, this looks really ugly. But then you gotta do it. It's like playing f6. Clinical when it's needed. Like in these certain middle games, end games. And then people get that notion that you can't play f6, and that's a damn lie. Ooh, I like this h6 and not playing g6 here, because then there would have been sacking ideas, and then maybe white can steal a draw from you if they want to. If they want to harass you with a draw. Ooh, intermezzo. And you're threatening mate in one. It was a fork and a mate in one threat. It's a fancy, that's what you call a fancy intermezzo. That's nice. Okay, another mate in one threat. This looks like risky business for both sides here. Luckily, this bishop is a very good piece. Yeah, the bishop on e5, and you're getting the rook back. Oh my god, bishop OP. Give me the bishop, baby. One of our buddies on the stream is an avid bishop admirer, and says he'll take a rook over, or a bishop over a rook any day. And in that situation, my god, that was just that's gonna be clipped down and titled, "The bishop is a better piece than the rook." What the what do you want from me? In that scenario, when you're this good of a player, my god, that was just so clinical. Obviously, it's a bullet game, though. You know, I'm just cheesing. Still brilliant, though, and very tactical. Like, a worse player is probably not getting away with that, right? 9 times out of 10. Oh man, oh, this looks dangerous for black. I was thinking playing g4. No. Threat's alleviated. This bishop is a major defender. Look at you, Danya, using your bishops really well. What a GM you are. Okay, king h1 was a must unless you want to lose your queen. And see, now this rook is pinned. You try to win Danya's queen, and then the next thing you know, you're just in this crazy pin. You gotta play rook e6. And now this is incoming. Oh, but there would be checks, and maybe, can you get away with this? No, because this would be mate. Doesn't matter that the rook is pinned. Okay, so this is scary. How do you defend this? You resign. Wow, what a crazy game. Bizarre position. The pinned rook. This is like the ding scenario in the World Championship. The self-pinning tweet from Magnus. Magnus was so impressed that ding went into the self-pin, and it was the best move. Taking with the pawn. Very principled. I like having a pawn in the center. And I'll just, play my camp. It's brilliant. Develop all my pieces. Quite fine pawn structure. Great minor piece now. I mean, there's a reason why he's up 26 points. Yeah, I was thinking knight d2 looked good. You can still play it. Now you'll double up, defend your weakest point here. Yeah, and this knight was a good piece. Maybe he was thinking this would be an overextension. These guys are sharp about that. Yeah, why squander a good camp? Okay, free pawn. Getting checked in between, you gotta defend this. Okay, this is a nice interference. And it came with the check, obviously, so it came with tempo. Okay, defend the weak point in your camp. It's gonna be a little bit before the knight can get rid of the other knight, yeah. And by this time, pawn's on b2 and your rook is sitting behind it. My god, dude. Yeah, just completely outplayed. But the clocks just eroded, yeah. You were able to just run the b pawn. Run Barry down the board. Yeah, if the h pawn is Harry, the b pawn's gotta be Barry, right? Okay, got this it's like Rio Gambit line, right? The free pawn in the center. This is definitely stuff that I've looked at. There's usually some recapture here in a lot of these fancy lines. And then there's some cool drawing lines there. Like, there's a lot of stuff. One of them Magnus pulled off. It was like a Title Tuesday. He did it against Hikaru, and he was like, this is the only time I've ever done this. And it's this fancy drawing line out of this opening. And Magnus was loving it. He was chuckling up a storm, dude. Okay, got some problems here, yeah. It's gonna be some sort of taking, right? And then this pawn is overwhelmed. So you take with the bishop. Ah, but then you can take. Yeah, he's thinking, I'll just defend the square, you know? Take, and then you're getting bonked. Just dead even material, snipe a pawn. Get a very good combination of pieces, and look at this rook. You're just sitting there defending the weak point in your camp, which is a light square. Oh man. Ooh. Ruthless play. Yeah, there's about 450 people watching now. Maybe this isn't top game though. That does affect the overall numbers. Sometimes another game will squeeze in there. Even though Danya's 32-36, dude. He's so high up there. It's kind of bizarre. He's like 26 ahead, but yeah. Contra Jacko or Vladimirovich, these guys can catch him. And Min Lee is sneaking up. Min Lee, keep our eyes on you. Very strong tournament player, yeah. Oh, man. Up in exchange, but yeah, I guess White still has some hope. I'm thinking, is this like hopeless? Completely hopeless? Probably, but no. Pick up this F pawn. Yeah. Yep, it's hopeless. But White was like thinking, you know, maybe I have some hope, and a few more moves, they're like, nope, F this. I'm out. Another game. Oh, that's so sad too. That is not great for the tournament, yeah. 1 beating 2. Making a 26-point gap. Closer to 30. Oh man. This is Danya domination. Sure, there's some wordplay there I'm missing. Whoa. Okay. Nice and balanced. Okay, knights were hanging. So white knight go. Knight f3. Yeah, and just try to hold your camp, but black is up a bit of material, holding on to some good squares here. Ooh, and you gotta defend. Defend this way. Chances you could be kicked too. Where do you go? There's takes, okay. Oh, you're still pinned, of course. Let's go back. Ah, but yeah, you're still losing it due to some advanced tactics. Yeah, now you have no hope. With 4 seconds. This is a no berserk game either. Ah, you're getting mated. Yeah, you're getting mated this way too. Almost. You could at least force the queen off, yeah, and then you're still winning. So there is some forced mate. Not quite yet. You're looking for mates in 2, but it was blocked. It was definitely gone from there. Yeah, and the time too. I'm surprised Danya didn't resign with like 4 seconds left or so. Position had completely crumbled. Ooh, very nice removing defender there. Yeah. Going back for the first time. Oh, well, I guess it's just, yeah, it's some. You weren't removing a defender. You were just clearing the file open. The knight was loose. Ooh, main 1 threat. Juicy e6. And queen g5, you know. We'll just trade the queens. Now you have no threat. Just resign. Oh, the Danya special right there. Guy's a menace. A menace on the chessboard. The Russian Blizzard. Doesn't know what hit him. Oh, man. Gonna be a lot of clippable checkmates. D4, just nicely defended. Probably take. D take Z, you can't be. Okay, you take with the knight. And give up that check in and just go to King D2. Totally fine. Oh, this is really scary. I can't believe you went for this. Oh, now this is. Got some huge counterplay. Can you play this? And this. And then this is even scarier. Can you just lock them in? Then I'll play H3. Okay, I saw all those moves, so I'm not completely tripping, right? it was pretty easy, though. He's playing the position, I'm just watching. It's always easier when you're a spectator. But the way these guys play, you'll miss a lot of stuff. Like, these guys are really sharp. Yeah, then you're simply just down a billion material. It's time to resign. Danya's feeling it today, dude. He wants to get an early stop in. You know, he just wants to be up like 100 points so he can go get on with his day. Yeah, just getting mated there. Oh, black was like, maybe I can try to be sneaky here, and Danya was like, nope, not so fast. I just want to win. Yeah, he's got reservations. Yeah, D takes E. I like this, even though it looks kind of weird. Putting your pawn behind this is such a strong pawn in the center of the board. Very practical to want a pawn in the center. Totally fine. And it's not an isolated pawn position, you know. Like this pawn is always going to be able to defend. This bishop is always defending it, so. Also. Well, it's not defending it now. I lied. I'm a dirty liar. Wait, what is going on here? Yeah, queen's going to get here. There's going to be some sort of sack. Maybe this? Or just queen g5. Yeah, I suppose bishop g3 wasn't doing a ton. It was preventing this, but at what cost? Okay, now you're sort of threatening stuff. You can take the queens off. You're on some dark squares. Maybe there was some idea there. Now you can just, yeah, attack the dark squares with the dark square bishop and the queen. Pick that puppy up. What are you taking with? Probably this? No, okay. You're threatening stuff like this and this. Then your king is really weak. Oh, you might have to force a draw. I think this is going to be a draw. He's thinking. Yeah, he's going to. Oh. Oh, okay, okay. The queen actually traps your king in. There might have been a way to squeeze out with the king. What a cool idea. What a sick idea. No, he's playing on? What an even cooler idea to win. To win. Danya, what do you want, dude? Getting nervous trying to hold this. My god, what is this position? Can you go for some counterplay here? Maybe something's weak. No, taking this also made some sense. Oh, but this comes with check, yeah, so you're not getting this queen back. Yeah, this is lost. Unless you want to be really fancy with some piece play. Also against this. Time for f3? You can give up a check. I mean, if the rook wasn't here, there would have been huge problems. Yeah, now this is... That was shenanigans time. You're down far too much time. And Vladimirovich, okay, with 90 points, he's just 23 behind, so he's not that far behind. The gap's never been smaller. Yeah, queen takes and then e4 looked satisfying. Yeah, then you get to bang up the structure. Make white play around this. No taking. Gotta over defend here. King e2 looked good. Try to finish developing. Now get this and you're looking good. This, your knight's gonna have some good squares to work with. Just running to a5, okay. Yeah, and maybe keeping the pawn on b2 is nice because you have this square defended. Okay, okay. I was getting anxious with this. There's no need to rush it. Okay, you can sack here. Take. Then there's going to be a huge weakness. Another big weakness here. This could be attacked. This is also attacked, okay. F5, very, very sharp. Definitely not an easy move to find. Whoa, now you're threatening mate, and Minley just resigns. And maneuver around it that way. That's a very strong bishop. Yeah, I want to knock it out. If you trade the queens, game over, so there's no trading the queens. Force the material off. Rook f2. And simplification once again, yeah. I have a rook. You have a knight. My rook is now active. I resign. It's that simple. Come on. Oh no. Okay, okay. We will not take a look at the standings. We'll keep it right here. 1 versus 2. If there's any hope for the tournament, it's going to be stopping Danya right now. Ooh, he's only 19 points behind, so Andreiken here is keeping up. Is he thinking taking the rook first? No, he can't do that. That's illegal. He was looking for some shenanigans there. And then he was like, no, I'll just play a normal move. Keep my clock going. These strong bullet players, they know not to, you know, start pontificating in a certain position, you know. You just start, you fall in love with a position, you're like, maybe I could play this, and then the next thing you know, you've wasted all your time calculating something that doesn't work, and then you just end up losing. Whereas he just kept moving, played a reasonable move. Now his position is great. Maybe not great. I mean, these pawns, hilariously enough, are both kind of good. You have a passer followed by another passer. This is hysterical. Hey, this is a fancy move. A little abusing a pin there. But the way black is defending the camp, this is so satisfying. Now there's got to be some shenanigans about pushing, right? Yeah, just rook d2, okay. Yeah, and this is defended, so he's maybe thinking he could squeeze in there, but no, bishop is still around. Danya putting on a clinic. Okay, f7 is weak, obviously defended by the knight. Yeah, maybe these knights could be kicked. Safety first, and bring the queen back. You don't want to really put a rook behind it, right? Yeah, rooks want to be on half open files likely, and you're defending a good pawn here, so your rook probably has to be here until, yeah, you get rid of that bishop. Okay, queen exchange. White says okay, I'm up a pawn. Ooh, now these center pawns are rolling. Center pawn. Little pawn sack just for the good passer there. But nothing of it. Okay. Wow. Ah, so nice. No, and you're gonna pick up the rook in the sneaky rook f4. Just to see if you'd catch them out on a pre-move, but nope, it's gone from there. Another lethal tactical sequence from Danya. Sure, Danya's cracking his knuckles after that one too. No, he's actually flying into a new game against this FM at 24th, huh? Turkish FM. Oh man. Danya kind of, or not Danya, Bortnyk kind of sneaking up. But only 2 players over 100 points. And Danya is up 23 with 32 minutes left. And if he, you know, keeps manufacturing points at the rate that he is, scary times. Danya's gonna be $500 richer, that's for sure. Yeah, this idea wasn't quite working yet. Without a rook defending here, maybe the king could have squeezed away. But this maneuver is very nice. Obviously, the queen has a huge square here. You don't want any hope of king slipping away. So rook f1. Okay, reasonable stuff here. I was thinking it might have been a queenside castle position. Get something a little bit more intense, but no. Kingside castling. Pretty solid for both sides, I'd say. Take with the pawn. Seems a little strange. Maybe they were worried about e5. Maybe e5 was annoying there. Yeah, f6 was really weak. That was not addressed. He's queen on b3. So close to being trapped. Or problematic. No, now you're fine. Queen a2, just like maneuvering around to get to the back rank, and now the king ends up on g3. White is up 3 pawns. Ah, king, queen h2 check. My god. Oh, it's a bananas game. Yeah, you can only run around for so long. You're just queening here. Queening with mate, almost. Mate 2. Queening with mate's always a dunk. Come on, you're always looking to queen with mate. Queening with mate, always a dunk. It's like the discovery mate we saw earlier. That was bananas. I'm still hyped up about that. Okay. Yeah, knight c5 made a lot of sense. Instead of like playing c5, getting kind of trapped behind your own pawns. Yeah, the knight felt a bit loose there, but you're always able to recapture. Yeah, now with knight or queen. And you always could have locked this knight in. F5 doesn't feel great, but yeah, no light square bishop, so probably fine. Queen comes off, you're up a pawn. Bishop's got a lot of room for activity here. Okay, now you're down exchange. That doesn't feel good. And you kind of have to babysit the f-pawn. Okay, now this is definitely just worse for black. It's a nice move. Might have to disrupt this. Ah, just take. Okay. Important time. Critical time. This check does not work. King is just gonna get away. Oh! Yo, h4. h4 delivering the mate. Not something that Danya's opponent was expecting there, I don't think. That was sneaky. Oh. Oh man. Okay, now e4 is weak. Play f3. Pristine pawn structure. Bishops on the long diagonals. Knights were pretty solid. Knights are pretty solid, influencing, you know, a ton of squares in the center of the board at least. In and around the center of the board. Yeah, gotta kick this knight away. Knights are too strong. e4 a little weak. Yeah, man, 2 hours a bullet. It definitely, like, these guys are gonna need a nap after this. My god. Yeah, watching is a lot of fun. I can only imagine playing, and the Blitz Arena was 3 hours. That seems even more ridiculous. 3 hours straight of 3-0. This is 2 hours straight of 1-0. Thank you, Lee Chess, for not making this 3 hours. Yeah, you get a lot of people that tapped out. I think they probably thought of that. You know, the bullet games are very taxing. Ooh, very nice. Take my bishop, I'll take your bishop. Oh, going for tricks and gonna nail it. And the king's in the box. Danya says, I have 2 seconds, I'll calculate that. Along the lines of what the title of this video will be. Danya, hyper ridiculous performance. I mean, 3,300. You're outplaying everyone and then more. Playing all the at the level of all the top competition. Yeah, no Tang today. Tang probably has finals. Yeah, and I'm sure his like course. Yeah, I'm sure he's taking some crazy stuff. So yeah, it's probably a brutal week for a lot of those guys that are still in school. And no Magnus because yeah, now that we know Magnus signed as like a chesscom ambassador and has since not played a Elite Chess titled arena. Which is sad, man. Having Magnus in these was fantastic. Maybe another day. Yeah, you gotta defend. You gotta defend this pawn on b2. This annoying position here. Gotta just be better for black. But how to break through? Maybe f5. White gets an f4 before any f5 shenanigans. And you're gonna pick up a pawn. Now white is suddenly just of choice here. Or he'll just go for a draw. Check. Now you're winning a bishop. There's a mate. Oh no, you're just taking the queen off. Okay. He says, why win a bishop when I can just force the queen off? I have a passer. I'll make a queen. Very nice. I mean, the quality of play has just not slipped. Wow, he's... Oh, okay, okay. Him and Dropstone here, David Parvine. I was listening to somebody the other day, this GM guy rag on c6, d6. He was like, why would anyone play this? I'm like, nah, it works in bullet. He was like, it seems so ridiculous that anyone would play that. I'm like, ah, get away with it. It worked there. c6, d6, g6. Next thing you know, Danya wins this game. Okay, get the queen off. Get a rook off. Now you get a passer. Oh, okay. Passer falls. Oh, this is... Yeah, that was going to be hard to defend. Okay, it looked like he was hanging. But after a check... Oh, mate! With Danya's clock expiring, create a huge battery, get in the way of this stuff. But yeah, rook defends here, so queen wasn't taking first. Yeah, that's why you get the queen off. Rook takes. Yeah, very nice. You can leave this hanging because obviously this queen is pinned. You don't even have to pick it up right away. Okay, now this is a problem. Oh, not a problem. Not when you have such initiative. Huge bishop, massive queen. The nuance there. To leave the pinned queen. It looked like you were leaving c1 undefended. or it was at least of concern. He was on top of it. Yeah, in these situations where d4 looks like it's hanging, but the bishop is here, and if the queen ends up recapturing, yeah, the queen is hanging. Quick tricks that, you know, would be shredding a normal player. Yeah, and then there were big forks incoming. So maybe still, or do you just go back? Go back. Like square bishops come off. Where do you go? Maybe even force a queen exchange. Your structure's great. You're up a pawn. Yeah, it looked reasonable. This is fine. It's a bit weak, but forcing these bishops off. Yeah, and then this knight gets to e5, and that's problems. Knight defended the pawn on g4. That's how g4 is the idea there. Whoa, no, f7 is pinned. And with check. Not totally a force mate or anything yet. Maybe with the knight rerouting. Powerful combo, but it's not quite getting it done. Wow, and then just a quick repetition. This guy plays so fast. Yeah, who is that? I have no idea who that is. Oh, it's a kid. No, birth year 2004. Their picture is a kid. Oh, it's a Russian. Okay. Dmitry Soy. All right. Yeah, when I see somebody moving that fast, I'm like, is this a kid on like an iPad or something? Finding some crazy way to move way faster than everyone else. But yeah, they were like 19 or something. And one of these other FMs was 18. So yeah, you get these younger people that, I don't know. I have no idea who they are. I'm sure somebody does, but so much talent around these levels. Oh, and then you're just getting mated. 10 minutes left. Pawn on f2 looked juicy. Yeah, I like going for imbalances. Like, if queen takes f2 and then the rooks come over, you could have just take the two rooks for the queen. But we get another imbalance from this. Okay, b3 must play. The killer bees versus the rook knight. So it's supposed to be rook knight versus bishop pawn is about even. Yeah, and this is so strong. Even though it looks like you're up material, yeah, the positionally, and then you get hit with c4 here. Yeah, and I'm just trying to be more instructive lately, as much as I can be. Yo, with this mate! Speaking of instructive, this is like your basic mate here. This bishop is so strong. And your king is just on the 3rd rank, lurking around. Loose king. Strong major piece, minor piece combination. These guys don't, they don't, need a lot of pieces to mate you. Hey, Juicy Pickles. Free rook, yeah. This looked, like back rank mate threads. Yeah, but there's just scrambling. And Danya berserked. What is going on? Why was Andreiken playing so, strangely there? He's absolutely killing it. He's up nearly 50. Double berserk, Minley trying to get into that 5th place money scenario. Chicago into 3rd. Wow, Chicago made a big run. Ooh, checks. Defend with the rook. C2. Queens are forced off. This looks... That looked amazing, but... Yeah, and then you're just kind of getting away with it. Yeah, down 2 pawns, though. Goes right for the A pawn. These pawns on light squares here are killing that knight. Now the pawns are on dark squares. Also killing the knight over here. Yeah, another day we'll see Magnus make his fabled return to the Lichess titled arena. Barring total shenanigans. Barring somebody losing. Yeah. Alright, so probably one more game. Wow, he's flying. Holy smokes, dude. If he played like this fast, if he played this fast before, and got more berserk opponents, he could have had 300 points in this. Not like 200. Oh, he's dropping a queen. That's why you don't fly around that fast. He'll still probably win, though. It's a huge night. Oh, that was so sneaky. Just to hold on. Gotta save the knight. Save your knight, go for checks. Ah, as you get mated to end the arena, that's very unfitting because Danya absolutely crushed this arena. It was a pleasure to watch with you guys as we'll take a look at the damage, the top 3. Jigago squeezing in there. Sneaky, sneaky Chicago. But Danya, yeah, we just witnessed it. He got knocked right under the 2300 performance. So just about a 3300 clip.